All right, hey, Tracy and I are here. We're back with Angela and Lewis, and we're going to talk about the sewing aspects of the Luminaire. So, take it away.
Wonderful new top of the line sewing, quilting, and embroidery machine from Brother. Yes,
There
right?
are so many awesome features on here, so let's talk about sewing, right? I love this light screen. Don't you love this, Lewis?
It's beautiful, and the colors are so soft. There's no glare, and it gives you all of your information right on our home screen.
So fresh.
Right
Okay.
now we're in sewing, right?
Yes. So look at. I saw you
wow,
can
you
scroll.
can slide.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That is so neat. Now, what if I want to choose a different stitch?
Yes. I want to play with something fun. How about let's do the feather stitch?
Oh, how neat that is.
Okay. So I heard a rumor. I haven't played with it yet, but I heard that I can make this longer or shorter here. But you have something cooler over there if I hit this button right here.
You certainly are right. It was not a rumor. It is confirmed. And that is going to allow us to use our new projection. The projection is going to illuminate the stitch that's currently selected on your fabric in a stitch audition. So that one of the things that I think is great on all the machines is that you can actually see your stitch on your screen, but how does that translate in fabric? What is 4 millimeters? What is 3 millimeters? It's great to be able to see that, but I want to see what it looks like on my fabric. And so I want to make some changes, and I'm going to use our new sensor pen.
Oh, look, I can change colors on you.
Yes, you can. So it
Sorry.
makes, and the yellow is the best. So I love the yellow on there because it really shows up well. So whatever color you've selected, whatever changes you make on your screen, they also will show up in the projection. You do not have to use your pen to make that happen.
That's cool.
But I want this a little wider, right? So let's come over, and you'll notice that a little light's going to flash, and it's going to actually change my stitch and make the adjustments as I go to it, and it's going to do it right on my fabric so that I can see exactly what that stitch is going to look like. I think it's so neat to be able to do that. Continue sewing, but I don't want to sew that stitch anymore, so I'm going to scroll over and actually be able to choose my stitches from here right on my fabric.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, let's see. We're going to take our sensor pen and we're going to give it a little click. You'll hear a beep and it'll change. It'll put a cancel on your screen because anything you need to do is going to happen down here now.
Wait a minute. So the stitch that's highlighted in blue behind is the one in the middle.
Exactly.
And then the one on the left and the right. So
there
it's translating it right there.
And I said, oh, okay, I want to see how my next stitch over will look next to that stitch. So I don't have to go to the screen now. I can simply scroll over right on my fabric.
Awesome.
Is that the coolest thing you ever saw?
Yeah, because if you're working on a seam, you'll be able to see exactly what it's going to look like.
And the size, for me, it's all about the size. It's like, I don't understand size on the screen in relation to my fabric. I need to see it.
And have you ever tried ripping out one of those stitches?
Oh my God. So this is going to make it perfect. So you're saving time. If you purchased a shirt and you wanted to do stitches on it, you don't necessarily have a scrap of the shirt to do a sample. You no longer have to make samples. And I can even change it right now and go to my set menu. So I said, oh, okay, there are my adjustments. I can change them here, or I can change, and as I do, it's changing right there.
That's awesome.
I also can make my changes with my sensor pen. I absolutely think this is the neatest thing you'll ever do. But what about this other cool feature? I need to sew this, but I need it to be perfectly straight. So we're going to use our alignment tools. And so let's go.
Is that this one here?
That's that one.
I was wondering, that icon.
That is going to turn on and turn off your projection. And it's going to turn on. So we want to turn it on.
That's pretty easy.
Turn it on. Look at that grid down there. Perfect.
Awesome.
Is that the coolest thing to be able to see when you want to line something up? And I'm going to grab this little piece I was working on earlier. And let's say, for example, I want this to now turn a corner and be perfectly in alignment. I can line my stitch up with the grid line. I know that's where I need to have my needle drop position at, and I can let the foot down to continue on. Now I know exactly, and I can change the size of this. So if this is too big, you can adjust this. And so we're going to adjust it and tap and hold. and as you change
Oh,
it on the screen,
it
it will
changes
change
there.
it on your fabric.
That's very cool.
So if you want to do a 1/4 inch, you want a 1/2 inch. I kind of like the 1/2 inch grid size for me.
Oh, it even tells you 1/2 inch. Oh, thank heavens.
Yes, it doesn't just stay in millimeters. Anytime it reaches an inch increment in millimeters, it'll give you both numbers.
That's cool.
But what if you're working on a collar?
I
Look
was
at
just
how
looking
this.
at those things. Okay.
And I can change it. And
Oh,
now,
I never thought about that for a collar.
Oh my God, it's so neat because here, if I want to do the top stitching on a collar, you know, you got to stay a 1/4 inch from your edge.
Right.
Now my collar would be right in that point, and I know that my white is the stitching line.
Oh,
the
yeah.
green is the edge of the fabric,
That's awesome.
and I would be perfectly a 1/4 inch away. So if you do any type of quilting, Ohio Star, Lemoyne Star, those are all 60-inch angles.
Wow.
So if you've ever stitched those and you've ended up with that little volcano, it's because
That
your
little
seam
volcano.
allowances are not exactly 1/4 of an inch.
That's interesting. I can't help it, but I got to play.
Oh,
so
I know. It's
it
really neat. And
changes.
look, it's so neat.
45-degree angle.
And even the color of the lines can be changed. So
Oh.
if you're working on a special fabric and the colors on
Oh,
it,
there
you
we
can
go.
change the color.
That's awesome.
It's so many wonderful
very
features
cool.
on this machine.
Wow.
I'm so excited about it, and I can't wait for everyone else to
We
get theirs
all
at
are
home.
excited about this. So,
Can you
This
wait
is
to
so
play
fun.
with yours?
Thank you.
oh my gosh.
Oh, we cannot wait.
We can,
Yes.
we've been
So
playing
this is cool.
We've been playing all week with
all
this.
week with
Yeah.
this. It's been very good.
It's a
Thank
lot
you
of
guys
fun.
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.